Welcome to the Morning English Podcast. Listen, learn, and speak English daily.
Have you ever been listening to native English speakers and you are following along perfectly, you understand the big words, but then you realize something frustrating?
Oh, yeah.
They are basically just using one tiny three-letter word for absolutely everything.
I understand. That happens sometimes. Don't worry, you are not alone in this.
Right. It feels, incredibly frustrating. You hear things like, I get it, or get up, get over it. We are getting hungry. Get in the car. It is everywhere.
It really is everywhere.
Yeah, it feels like a secret code. You start to wonder, why did this one tiny word take over the whole English language?
Well, today, we're going to talk about that tiny word. Welcome to the Morning English Podcast, everyone.
Yes, welcome. It is so nice to be here with you all.
We are sitting out in the garden today. It is such a beautiful, peaceful morning.
It really is. The fresh sunlight is just coming through the trees.
And you can hear the birds softly chirping. I have my morning coffee.
Me too. It is the perfect, relaxed setting to practice some everyday English phrases. Today, we will practice everyday phrases using the word get.
And I want to tell you right now, this is easy. This is useful. We will practice together.
You can absolutely do this.
Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more easy English lessons.
So let's start with the easiest, most common ways to use get. Let's just think about the morning. What happens right when we wake up and start our day?
Okay, yeah. So at the very beginning of the day, we can use get to talk about receiving something or obtaining something.
Right, like grabbing a physical thing. For example, getting a present,
Getting an email.
getting a package,
Yeah,
or going to the store and getting milk.
exactly. So, Mark, what did you get recently?
Oh, well, I actually got a new phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a new phone online because it was on a big sale, so I got a package in the mail.
That is nice. So you received it. You got it.
Yes, I got it. But we also use get to talk about changes, about becoming something else.
Right. This is so common. We use get to describe how things change from one state to another.
Just look at the morning right now in our garden. When the sun comes up, it is getting warm.
It is getting warm, yes.
It was cold, and now it is getting warm. And well, right now I am getting hungry for breakfast.
You are getting hungry.
Yeah, I am getting very hungry.
So we say getting hungry, getting cold, getting nervous.
Getting dark. Like when the sun goes down, it is getting dark.
I love that. So instead of using a very formal word like becoming, we just use get.
Right, because, becoming feels a little too formal for everyday speaking. We don't usually say, I am becoming hungry.
No, that sounds a little unnatural. We just say, I am getting hungry.
I am getting hungry. Practice that with us. I am getting hungry.
Very good. It is like motion. You are moving from not hungry to hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, let's think about the next part of our day. We are awake, we had breakfast. Now it is time to leave the house.
Oh, this is a big one. How do we use that to talk about moving around?
Yes, moving and transport. First, let's talk about arriving at places.
Okay, so when I arrive at my house, I say, I get home.
Right, you get home.
Yeah.
But for most other places, we add the word to. So we get to work,
We get to school?
we get to the airport.
Wait, so Mark, when we go home, do we say get to home?
That's a great question, and this confuses a lot of people. But no, we do not say get to home, we just say get home.
Oh, I see. So home is special.
Yeah, home is special. We just say get home. But for other places, you say get to work. I need to get to work.
I need to get to school.
Exactly. But what about vehicles like cars and buses? This is where it gets really interesting.
Yes, because the words change. Sometimes we say get in, and sometimes we say get on.
Right. If I am taking a car, I say I get in the car.
But if I am taking a bus, I say I get on the bus.
Yeah, get on the bus. And this seems very random, right? Why is it get in for a car but get on for a bus?
It does seem strange. There are both vehicles.
Well, think about a small car. To go inside a car, you must bend down. You make your body small. You fold yourself to get inside a small space.
Right, you bend down.
So you get in the car. You get in a taxi.
Oh, okay. But a big bus is different.
Yes. A big bus, you step up. You step up onto a flat floor, and you can walk around. It is large.
So you step up and you get on the bus.
Exactly. You get on the bus, you get on a train, you get on an airplane.
Because you can walk around on an airplane.
Right. So, small car, you bend down to get in. big bus you step up to get on.
That makes so much sense.
Uh-huh.
So if I am leaving the car, I say get out.
Yes, get out of the car.
And if I'm leaving the bus, I say get off.
Get off the bus. Good choice of words. You get on the bus and you get off the bus.
Let's repeat that for our listeners. Get in the car.
Get in the car.
Get on the bus.
Get on the bus. See? This is easy. You are doing great.
So now we left the house, we got on the bus, and we got to work.
Right. And when we are at work or at school, we talk to people, we interact with people, and do daily tasks.
Yes. So let's talk about relationships and feelings.
We use get for relationships a lot. For example, the phrase get along.
Get along. That means you have a good relationship with someone. You do not fight.
Right. If you argue with someone, you get along with them.
So Mark, who do you get along with best in your family?
Oh, well, I get along very well with my brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we get along great. We like the same sports. We enjoy the same movies. We never really argue, so we get along well.
That is wonderful. It is nice to get along with family.
It is. Another important one is get over.
Get over. Like when you are sick.
Yes. If you have bad cold, it takes a few days to get over it. It means you recover. You feel better.
You get over a cold. Or maybe a sad situation. You get over it.
Right. You just need time to get over it.
We also use get together.
Yes. Get together means to meet friends. Like, let's get together for coffee this weekend.
Let's get together. I like that one. And what about get away?
Get away is when you take a short vacation. You escape from work for a little bit.
All right, like, I am so tired from working, I just need to get away for the weekend.
Exactly. I need to get away. Go to the beach. Relax.
So we have get along, get over, get together, and get away.
All very useful everyday English phrases. But we also use get for small favors in the house or at the office.
Small favors, right. Like when you ask someone to do something.
Yeah, like, hey, Emma, can you get me a glass of water?
Sure, I can get you some water. That means I will bring it to you.
Right. But what about when someone knocks on the front door? I might say, hey, can you get the door?
Wait, I pick up the physical door.
No.
I don't carry the heavy door.
No, you don't carry the door. That would be very difficult.
That would be a huge favor.
Yeah, it just means please open the door, see who is knocking, you handle the door.
Oh, I say, can you get the door?
Right. Or if the telephone rings, someone might say, can you get the phone?
Which just means please answer the phone.
Exactly. Please answer the phone. Can you get the phone?
We really do use get for everything. It is so helpful.
It is. Now, as the day ends, let's talk about understanding and having things.
Understanding. This is a big one. Sometimes when you were learning English, a native speaker will ask, do you get it?
Right. Do you get it? That just means, do you understand?
Do you get it?
And if you understand, you can say, yes, I get it, or now I get it.
Now I get it. It means your brain caught the idea.
Exactly. Like catching a ball, I get it. Let me tell you a quick joke, Emma.
Okay, a joke. Let's hear it.
Why did the cow cross the road?
I don't know why.
To get to the other side.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you get it?
Yes, I get it, because utter sounds like other.
Right. You get it. You understand the joke.
I got it. It was a very silly joke, but I got it.
Thank you. Thank you. So we say I get it for understanding. We also use it to talk about things we have, like possession.
Yes. In British English, it is very natural to say, I've got. Like, I've got a car.
I've got a car. But in American English, people often just say, I got a car. I got a new phone.
I got an idea.
Yes, I got an idea. They both just mean I have it.
We also have some everyday actions, like get started.
Get started. Let's get started on our work.
Or get going.
Yeah.
It's late. We need to get going.
Get rid of. That means to throw something away in the trash. I need to get rid of these old shoes.
And get lost.
I'll get lost. That means you do not know where you are.
I got lost in the city once.
That happens sometimes. You just ask for directions.
It does. But one phrase I really love is get used to.
Get used to. Yes, to become comfortable with something new.
Right. When I moved to a new city, everything felt so strange. The streets were different. The food was different.
It can be scary.
It was. But after a few months, I got used to it. It became my normal life.
You got used to it. I think that is deeply relatable to learning English.
Yes, it is. When you start learning English, the words feel strange. Listening feels hard.
But if you practice every day, you get used to it.
You really do. You get used to it, and it feels comfortable.
So native speakers use get for all these things. In very formal writing, you might see other words. You might see obtain or receive or arrive.
But in natural spoken English, we just use get.
We just use get. It makes life easier.
It does. So let's do a quick review.
Good idea. Let's do a quick review of the most useful phrases we practiced today. We will say them slowly. Please practice speaking with us.
Try to say them out loud. Here we go. Get a present.
Get a present.
Getting hungry.
Getting hungry. Good job.
Get in the car.
Get in the car. Excellent.
Get on the bus.
Get on the bus.
Get along with friends.
Get along with friends.
Do you get it?
Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Wonderful practice, everyone. You did great. See, you're getting used to it.
You really are. It gets easier every time.
Before we go, we just want to say thank you to our amazing listeners.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us in the garden today. We truly appreciate your support.
We really do. Tell us in the comments which use of get is most difficult for you.
And which phrase with get do you use most often? Is it get up? Get ready.
We love reading your messages. Please write in the comments. I use get up most often. Or whichever one you use.
Yes, practice writing it down. And don't forget to subscribe for more easy and fun English lessons.
Give this video a like if it helped you today.
Share it with someone who wants to improve their English. Maybe you can practice getting together with them.
That is a great idea. Watch more full practice videos on our channel to keep improving.
We have lots of videos to help you.
Until next time, keep practicing and enjoy your morning.
Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.